Good afternoon, Zowe community, or good evening or good morning, wherever your time zone is. This is Lenny from the Zowe Web UI team, and the purpose of this demo is to showcase some of the upcoming personalization features that we are adding to the desktop. The intent of the presentation is to gather community feedback, get user input on the features that you guys like, and on the features that we need to tinker and work on. So for those uninitiated with all things Zowe or up to date with what we have now, here I have a version of the desktop that does not have the personalization suite installed, so we can log right in and use it as a reference point for the changes that it'll show. So right off the bat, we're greeted with the home desktop login page. Here we have our launch bar menu with the currently installed apps, and for example, we can start up like the sample Angular app. Maybe we'll start up the editor. Here's our window header UI, the window handles, maximize and minimize, all of those things we are aware of. And of course the other elements that are on the desktop. I'll plop us into a newer version of the desktop. This one has the personalization suite installed. So we'll log in. Right off the bat, we can see that there is now a new default theme, which is going to be this darker color palette. Whenever we right-click, we can see the darker context menu, open other elements on the page. This darker theme allows us to more easily see the elements that are on the page. For example, we can open up the editor app again. We'll see now that the window header UI is darker. We can open up another app, and here are some of the differences between the active and the inactive windows. And now the demo bits of this presentation are to showcase this new personalization setting here that's accessible via the preferences panel that you can open via the app tray icon. So when we click on the personalization setting, we're now greeted with new user functionality, things that we can customize, like the wallpaper, the color, in this case the theme color, and the sizing of the elements as well. Medium is the default size, but we can also change to small if we want to even better increase our use of screen real estate. Or we can also change to large, maybe for users with accessibility concerns, or for devices such as tablets that rely on touchscreen functionality that need larger elements for them to work properly. We'll go back to the medium since that's our default. And here we can also play around with the desktop theme colors as well. Here we have the hue slider, which can update the color of the theme as well gradually. And over here below we have the lightness bar, which can be used to adjust the lightness of the selected color. Notice how towards the lighter variants of the color that we go, the text color is going to adjust as well, and the window handle color. And as we go and make the color more saturated or darker, it'll switch back to light. And now for the wallpaper, we can either upload, or we can also drag and drop as well. Maybe let's do, I'll find some wallpaper here, maybe like something here from the internet that I downloaded, and we'll go back to full screen. There we go. Great. So we can also adjust the theme if we want. I don't know, maybe we'll change it to something like this, maybe something like this. And these user preferences are saved on the desktop by account. So for example, if we did want to log out, our privacy settings are preserved because we don't see any of the preferences, or we don't see the opened applications. But if we go ahead and try to log back in, we'll see that we are plopped back into the desktop with our settings being there. And of course, if we don't like something, we don't like what we did, we want to go back, we can click on the reset to default button. That'll reset us back to where we were. And that about wraps up the demo. Hope everyone out there is staying safe and I will see you in the next one.